So, this is Barbara Campbell from Brooklyn, New York, Crown Heights. And via the pandemic, I turned songwriter, artist, producer, and I currently am the founder of Barbara Campbell Television, digital media, entertainment. Um, Business, and this pandemic has been so interesting. We're now upstarting, and I talked about the vaccine, and not my personal choice, but I got the vaccine, and now we're looking at upstarting, getting back to society. One of the things about the pandemic were really some of the side effects of the pandemic, as we're seeing now, is just kind of like resuming back to life, social activities. From the basic of just opening a window to entering a store, like these basic things that we would do naturally, normally, and all the time, now has become a learning how to do those things again, and also being in a group setting, and just, but we are still currently in a worldwide pandemic, and we're recovering. And we have many that are vaccinated and many that aren't, for any whatever reasons. So as we navigate this upstarting and getting back to some sense of what normalcy and what that looks like, whether it's going to be a large percentage working from home, or if it's going to be a few amount at the office, and there's certain protocols and certain things set in place, getting ready for that. And I hope that many of the establishments, that if you are going to be practicing COVID safety, that it gets done, that if you have an appointment and they have said that they're practicing COVID safety, and they have their partition and they're practicing, that you can then enter safely into a structure, into an office, into an event, and be protected. And so it's going to be very interesting. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is a new song. As I mentioned, as a creative entrepreneur, creating and producing digital content, I find that working on songs is exciting and it's bright for me, because I'm more of a visual person. So I get a chance to look at my new compass, my new tools, and as what I talked about before, keys and notes and learning all that, for me it's just like my brain is lighting up. But we're working on a new song. My creative, my director of music, a prodigy, and I don't get a chance to speak too much, but I really am surrounded always with the best, and working with a prodigy of music. Piano is, do you know what a prodigy is? Prodigy is, I can't define it, but it is so beautiful to see a prodigy at his and hers work environment, and what they choose as their tool. If they're working on the piano, it's just so beautiful how everything comes together for them so naturally, because it's just there for them. It's just like they were born knowing the keys and notes and everything. So myself as a student, and as I said, I was not born or classically trained in the piano, but I have a hearing and a visual that can communicate, well, how will we say it? My music director can probably help me communicate this a little better. As a prodigy, it just comes natural. You're just blessed, and it's nature.
You still have to learn it, but it's easier for some people to learn certain things.
Yes.
But you still have to learn, and you're always learning.
You're constantly in music. You're always learning and evolving. And like I said before, I'm a student. I'm learning this process, and it's very interesting because, you know, today I learned the keys and notes. So basic, but for a prodigy, it's just nothing. They get it. You teach it one time, they got it. So for myself, with music, and it's been taking me like weeks now, you know, months, probably years. But I receive the keys and the notes being played and the chords and everything else. But once you pick up an interest, then your mind becomes open, and you are accepting of the information that you're getting. So for me, learning the keys and the notes, it's very interesting. And then my interpretation as an artist and a creative person, how I see it. So I'm excited because we're working on a new song, and I'm not sure how I'm going to title it. I have one title so far, and I wrote the lyrics and everything up, but it's so interesting now when you learn how to write, and you're putting these words into your sections and your intros and your melody and your chord. Well, it's a whole process, but I still look at it as a piece of fabric for me as a fashion designer, and how I'm going to use that fabric to design a dress, and how I'm going to cut the sleeves, and how I'm going to add the pockets and the lining, double folds, single seam. So all that is my interpretation, how I carry that into a song. So I'm using a few words here, and I find this song, this piece that I'm working on, kind of complicated. It's a little bit challenging for me, especially at my level, but I'm excited, you know, because I have to figure it out. You know, it's a puzzle for me, but I got to figure it out and put it together. So check it out. One of the things is the only thing in between is creativity. We're working on that. We're working on that. So I gotta find the keys and the notes, and the chords and all that stuff, and put it into. So I look forward to sharing it with you and presenting it to you. Till then, check out Barbara Campbell Music. We're putting out original songs and writing some really great songs for you to enjoy via your mobile devices, at home, traveling in the car, with friends and family. I hope that you come to support us as independent artists here from Brooklyn, New York, Crown Heights. And we look forward to our next song. Till then, stay in Brooklyn, you count, you matter, and visit us at BarbaraCampbellNYC.com.